If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in Power System Gate series. So today again we will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 101 to up to 105. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. The generator is connected to a transformer which feeds another transformer through a short feeder. You can see this one. The zero sequence impedance values are expressed in PU on common basis and are indicated in the figure. The Thevenin's equivalent zero sequence impedance at the point B. So from here you want to look and you want to see the what is zero sequence impedance. So we have discussed this one because this generator is star grounded and it is grounded with the impedance 0.25. So your Z0 will be 3Zn. So you have seen also. So it will be 3Zn. Then it is resistance actually. So it should be 0.75 only, no J. So it should be proper. It would have been proper if I had written it resistance. So it is 0.75. Then the generator reactance is J 0.03. Then you think about this transformer. This side is delta. So this is the transformer winding, and this is having J 0.1. So because this is delta, so it will be of this fashion. This side is star grounded, so it will be connected, and then it is J 0.05. And then this transformer is, this side is also grounded, this side is also grounded, but there is a catch. This side is grounded with a resistance, so this will also come as a 3 into, so it will be 0.75 resistance. Then you are looking from B, you have reached it B. So suppose this is your B, so from this side you want to look, you are looking, so what will come? So these things will come, that is 0.75. so your Z0 from B, if you are looking, 0.75 plus J into 0.22. So this is your answer, that is your option B. Now if you come to question number 102, a 20 MVA 6.6 kV, this is 6.6, 3-phase alternator is connected to 3-phase transmission line. The per unit positive sequence, negative sequence, zero sequence impedances of the alternators are given. The neutrals of the alternator is connected to ground through an inductive reactor of this. So this is a Zn, so 3Zn will come for zero sequence. The per unit positive sequence, negative impedance of the transmission line is also given. All the per unit values are based on the machine ratings. Machine rating is this one. The solid ground fault occurs at one phase at the far end of the transmission line. Then the voltage of the alternator neutral with respect to the ground during the fault. Okay, so if you draw the sequence network, it is a single line to ground fault and it is a solid ground fault. Solid ground fault means no fault resistance, or bolted fault also they say. So that means your fault resistance is 0. It is directly connected to ground. So for that one, if you draw a sequence network, it will be positive sequence network. It is single line to ground fault. Then it is negative sequence network. Then it is all connected in series. This was the case. This was your IA1, this was your IA2, this was your IA0. So your fault current was 3 into IA0. That is IA was the fault current. So IA0 plus IA1 plus, because all are equal, so your fault current was 3 IA0. So you have to mark all these values. This is positive sequence impedance. What will be positive sequence impedance? If you see, it is already given 0.1. Then there are alternators. First there are alternator. Then there is a alternator is connected to ground. There will some EN, and then the per unit transition of the transmission line. Then there is the transmission line, and that's it up to this much. And there is a fault here. Okay, so the positive sequence of the transmission line is 0.1, and the generator is 0.1. So it will be 0.2 J positive sequence reactance if you look from this side. And for zero sequence, what it will come 0.14, 0.3, and then 3 into 0.05. This will be 3 into 0. So these two will give you 0.34 plus 3 into 0.05 I J, or then it will give you 0.89 I. If you add all these things, then it will be, so it will be 3 into, and this is 1 per unit. Pre-fault voltage you always consider it is 1 divided by this. So this is J 0.89. So if you do, it is 3.3. Now what they are asking? They are asking the fault, the voltage of the generator neutral with respect to ground during the fault. Okay. So if you see this type of this much current is flowing through your phase A. So phase A, okay, so phase current. So you have to be careful about this. So they are asking to this, what will be the voltage here. So voltage will be that, phase current will be that, it is the extra unbalanced current that will flow through the ground, and this fault current will pass through this ground. So this will be, voltage will be this resistance into this. So your VNG will be equal to J.05, this one, multiplied by your 3.37 into 0.9, which will be 0.1685 per unit. So if they want it in actual value, so you have to multiply by base. Now what is I base here? No, they are asking the voltage, so it is V base. So this is VNG in actual value, so it will be V base, so 6.6 into 10 to the power 3. But this line voltage and this is phase voltage, particularly phase from this to ground, so it is a phase voltage, so divided by root 3. So this one you have to be careful. 6.6, okay, this is your machine base was 6.6, so the base voltage was 6.6, but what we considered base voltage is the line voltage, but here it is phase voltage, so you have to be careful about that. Multiplied by 0.8685, which will give you 642.07 volt. Yes, that is your option D. What they are asking here, a three-phase alternator generating unbalanced voltage is connected to an unbalanced load through a three-phase transmission line as shown in the figure. The neutral of the alternator is star point to the grounded, it is solidly grounded. The phase voltage of the alternator, these are given. The sequence components of the load current is, what will be the sequence component of the load current? So if you calculate your IA, IB, IC, then you can calculate your load component, that is positive sequence components of the load current, you can easily calculate. So these are the loads, these are your transmission line, these are your generators voltages. So you can calculate your per phase current, IA, IB, IC, divide by this, divide by this. From that you can easily calculate your positive sequence component of the load current, that is IA1, they are asking you. So IA1, IA2, IA0, these are the sequence components. So here IA is equal to 10 divided by 2J, that is 5 at an angle of minus 90. IB is equal to 10 at an angle of minus 90. IB divided by this again 3J, and this is 10 by 3 at an angle of minus 180. And IC is equal to 10 at an angle of 120 divided by 4J, which will give you 2.5 at an angle of 30. So you know your IA1, IA2 and IA0 is equal to 1/3 of 1 beta square or alpha, sometimes they say, which is 1 angle 120, 1 beta square beta or 111 of IA, IB, IC. Because they are interested on IA1, so you will calculate only IA1. So IA1 will be equal to 1/3 of, so this into this, that is 5 at an angle of minus 90, then plus 1 at an angle of 120 multiplied by your IB, 10 by 3 at an angle of minus 180 plus 1 angle minus 120, that is beta square 240 or minus 120, whatever you write, 2.5 at an angle of 30. So if you calculate, you will find it is 3.8 at an angle of minus 80.88. So that is your option D. Now if you come to 104, a three-phase generator rated at this is connected through a circuit breaker to a transformer. The generator having direct sub-transient reactance this, transient this, and synchronous reactance this. The generator is operating at no load at rated voltage, and a three-phase short circuit occurred between the breakers and the transformer. The magnitude of the initial symmetrical RMS current in the breaker. So generator is connected through breaker to the transformer. So it was generator, then breaker, then transformer. So fault has occurred here. That means at the generator terminus. So you find the generator internal voltage, that is EA. So that will come from the VT, and whatever current it is flowing, that plus this drop is equal to E. But here no current is flowing because it is no load. It was not loaded. You can see generator operating at no load at rated. So this was already at 1 per unit, and whatever this was, so your E will be equal to actually VT plus this I into, because you are asking for initial symmetrical RMS current, the initial one is X double dash, that is sub-transient, so 0.19 J, but this is 0, so your E is 1 per unit. So it is pre-fault, this is E naught, that is pre-fault voltage, before fault it. Now suddenly if you switch it on, if you suddenly suppose there is a switch, you are switching it on, so it will be now this divided by this fault current will be now 1 divided by 0.19 J. So that is equal to 5.26 per unit, and now you have to multiply it with the magnitude of the initial RMS current of the breaker. Now it is three-phase short circuit current, so your I base will be equal to simple I base, that is equal to 110 into 10 to the power 6 machine MVA. What is I base? MVA divided by root 3 into this one, because we have considered whatever, this is always line voltage we take, so root 3 VLIL, so root 3 into 11 into 10 to the power 3, this will give me the base current. So your I will be equal to, the directly write, let me write, this is actually I base, so I fault equal to this into multiplied by 5.26, so it will be 30.368 kilo ampere. That is your option C. A 500 MVA 50 Hz 3-phase turbo generator produces power at generator is star connected, neutrally, solidly grounded, sequence reactance are given. It is operating at rated voltage and disconnected from the rest of the system, no load. So again something of this type of fashion, no load. The magnitude of the subtransient fault current for a single line to ground fault in the generator terminal per unit. It is single line to ground fault. Again what you will take, your E is equal to, again that, because no current is there, so it will be simply Vt plus 0 it will be, so that is 1 per unit. So after fault, because it is single line to ground fault, so you can think it in sequence network, because these are given x1, x2, x0, so no need to think out x double d dash now. We can think it of in this way, and it is possible if there is a 3-phase fault, 3-phase short circuit, but for single phase unbalanced you have to go for sequence network. So what is your I? That was 3 into Ia0, so that was 3 into 1 divided by x1 plus x2 plus x0, 0.15, 0.15, and because there is no neutral, neutral is solidly grounded, so it will be directly 0.05, otherwise that reactance would have also been come. So it is 8.571 per unit. That is your option D. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.